Hey guys, this is John. Are you sick of me yet? I hope not, because this is my third video on the St. Louis Norm Congress. I just played round 2 against Grandmaster Pavlo Vorontsov. I had the white pieces. I'm going to give my brief thoughts on the game and then link it down below in the description. Before I talk about the game, last night I had the worst sleep ever. I think I slept a grand total of an hour tops. It was just tossing and turning and getting up, trying to read a little bit to force my mind to relax. I was definitely thinking about the missed opportunity yesterday, blowing a draw in a position where I think I should have drawn pretty easily. But also, I have trouble sleeping during chess tournaments, especially at the beginning of the tournament. Being away from home, just not sleeping in your own bed. These pillows are super not comfortable, super uncomfortable, let's say. They're really long, there's not a lot of give to them. I don't like it. So yeah, last night was just brutal. So I'm running on 1 hour of sleep. I'm going to try to make the best of it, though. You got to do that in these tournaments. I mean, you can't control all the factors. The rounds start at a certain time, and whatever state you're in, you just got to go to the game and play. It's the same for everyone. So I'm gutting it out today. I'm going to get some more coffee in a second. But now to the game. I'm pretty happy with the way I played. I think this was a good game to right the ship after the first round loss. It was a draw, and went the distance. We played 3+ hours, and it was a Bogo Indian defense. My opponent played a few different lines. The Bogo is one I did not look at because I didn't see any games in the database where he had played it. But I faced it a few times recently, so I had some plans in mind. And I had a position where I had much more space, and I was pawn storming him on the king side. But he started attacking me on the queen side, and the play more drifted to his wing of the board, the queen side. I had this g5 break that I could keep hanging over his head, though, on the king side. At some point, after some trades, I actually thought I had an initiative, right after I played this move queen a4. By that time, we're into a position where I have queen, rook, and bishop against his queen, rook, and bishop. But I have more space. It seemed to me that his weaknesses on b6 and d6 were more relevant than mine. But in reality, I think the position is pretty close to a draw, kind of like my game with Kamrakulov yesterday. Perhaps I evaluated it a bit optimistically. And talking to my opponent after the game, he also thought the position was pretty close to a draw. But during the game, it felt like I had some pressure. I believe the clock had a lot to do with that. And one silver lining, even though I only have half out of 2 so far, I've been managing my clock much better, especially in the opening and the middle game. So both of these games so far, my opponents have been the one who've been behind on the clock. But it's caught up towards the end game. So we ended up trading some more pieces. We traded queens. Got into an end game where it was, I believe, rook and bishop and 4 pawns against rook, bishop, and 4 pawns. A bit of an imbalance. I had a protected passed d-pawn, but it was hard to get my light square bishop in the game. If you click through it, you'll see he played this move bishop e2 right after I played bishop f1, and I can't trade bishops there because my pawn on e4 will be lost. So my bishop has to go to g2. It's very passive, but there's not really any good winning plan for black. My d-pawn always provides good counterplay. So I haven't looked at the game too deeply yet, but I think a draw is a good result. So relatively happy with this one. He being the highest rated player in the field and just needing a good game under my belt. Tonight in 1 hour, I play the leader of the tournament, kind of a surprise leader. It's women's grandmaster Stavroula Salakaidou, I believe. Salakaidou. She's Greek. I actually met her yesterday while I was at Starbucks. Very nice young lady. And she has 2 out of 2, so she's doing very well. She beat the guy that I lost to yesterday. So she had black against Kamrakulov this morning, and she won. Looked like she played a very good game. So I'll be gunning for the win, though, even though I have the black pieces. I'd really, really like to get a win here. And, even though I'm feeling tired, again, you just got to push through it. No excuses. So I'll update you guys after the game. And thanks for following. Check out the tournament website if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.